Hi! Hi folks, welcome to my YouTube channel. I have been away for a while. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. And if you're new, hi! Hey! My name is Ariane. I am a French illustrator and this is my YouTube channel. A place for cozy chit-chats about stuff that I make. Mostly stuff that I make in my sketchbooks, and today I come with you with a brand new episode of Sketchbook Stuff, which is just a video where I tell you what I've been doing in my sketchbooks. As you may or may not know, I am a sketchbook hoarder. I did a sketchbook challenge earlier this year where I tried to finish all of my unfinished sketchbooks, and I managed to do it. Actually, I kind of cheated, and that's a bit of a secret, but now if you saw the sketchbook challenge, you might recognize this one as one of the sketchbooks that I was supposed to finish. I did not, in fact, finish it because I fell in love with it, and now it's one of my favorites. It's a cheap, I think it's Monali Sketchbook that I bought at Cultura. It was less than 10 euros for an A4 sketchbook, a big ass sketchbook. Anyways, I did the challenge because I wanted to finish all the ugly ass sketchbooks that had no meaning in them whatsoever. I did that, did it, done it. And now I still have several sketchbooks, but I want to have several sketchbooks because I am someone who has sketchbooks for different purposes. So I want today to show you my 4 current sketchbooks and present them to you and show you a little bit of what I've been doing in them. You may recognize my onion skin sketchbook, my onion skin journal, which I have been drawing in for the past few months on and off. I love it. I will tell you more about it. I have Talon's art creation sketchbook that you might know because it's famous all over the internet for being like the cheapest sketchbook that you can also kind of use mixed media in. It's a nice enough sketchbook. It's really fucking cheap. And I also have this sketchbook that you might know if you follow me and you follow Sophie McPike, which if you don't, you should, because they're amazing and famous. This is a Stillman Burn sketchbook, and Sophie used it for their trip to Ireland. It is an amazing sketchbook. I was totally influenced by Sophie to buy it, as I was to buy the onion skin journal. No regrets. And also this big old sketchbook that I have done anything and everything in, and now is just my idea brain dump sketchbook. I love having one. Oh my god, I need to talk to you about that. If you've been here before and you've seen a little bit of what I do, you might know me as someone who will do everything in my sketchbook and try to have beautiful spreads that are colorful and, you know, with nice composition. I have been loving having a sketchbook that's just me using graphite and doing whatever the fuck is in my mind, because my goals for 2025, I know it's not the end of the year yet, but I am in an end of year mood, so I kind of want to do a recap and set new goals. My goal for 2025 is to still sketchbook, but to make finished drawings as well. I have been drawing again in 2024 after years of losing touch with my practice. I have finally found a nice enough practice, a good enough rhythm with drawing almost every day. I fell back in love with drawing, mostly with experimenting, and thanks to my sketchbooks, basically. It's all good and amazing, but what I want to do now is try to just draw more and maybe finish some of my illustrations. I do not want to be exclusively a sketchbook artist. I want to be an artist who can sell stuff, prints, washi tape, I don't know, stuff with my art. And in order to do that, I need to make finished drawings. But if I want to have time to make finished drawings, I need to spend a little bit less time in my sketchbooks. And also, I do have a full-time job. Do I have 5 seconds to tell you a little bit about what's going on? My very last video was a video interview with a friend from Poland, Werka Wiewiórka. That's her name on Instagram. I went to visit her in Poland. It was a whole thing. Please go back and watch last week's video. It's a video that I really love and it performed really badly. Anyways, I came back from Poland, I had to go back to my day job, and then it was autumn, it was cold, I was tired, it was dark. I spent some time focusing on my art making and less on my YouTube and Instagram, which is very good. Because lately I had been feeling a little bit like I was just making art to post it on YouTube or Instagram, and I don't want to be doing that, folks. I want to make art that comes from my heart and that I share with you to, I don't know, to make you feel cozy, to make you feel loved, to make you feel all the things, you know. I want to make cute, beautiful stuff that just comes from my heart. I do not want to be a machine that produces stuff daily just to please the algorithm gods. I do not want to do that. So I had to refocus on me and my practice a little bit, and I posted less. And I did not have anxiety attacks about that at all. And now I'm back. I'm back with a sketchbook tour like you like them, from all of my sketchbooks. So let's get into it. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. So the first sketchbook is my brand new art creation sketchbook, brand new from the 7th of November, and it's my self-portrait sketchbook. I decorated it with a sticker from the Wild Pencil Studio and a sticker from Maud Billon, who is a French illustrator whom I very much fell in love with this year. And it's, as explained, a self-portrait sketchbook in which I make daily self-portraits. I usually put a little phrase in it, and recently I've been falling in love with a paste, a charcoal graphite paste that my friend Werka gave to me. I also have been liking making my self-portraits with just a random old ballpoint pen and then coloring it in. That's what I've done here. But mostly I've been using random brushes and this charcoal graphite paste that Werka gave to me. It's a big old tube and I think it's from Renaissance Poland. I will link it if I find it. Werka bought it for herself and then she gifted me a bit of it so that I could test it out. And turns out I'm a big fan. So that's what I've been doing. And also for the past few months, I have been trying to make self-portraits that are a little bit more interesting in terms of the faces that I make, the composition of the self-portraits. And I think it's been going really well. I've been having loads of fun. When I first started making self-portraits, I tried to make them faster and faster, and now I'm just trying to take my sweet time and just make something fun. Make something that is different, a little bit different every day, that makes me work on my technique. I've been loving it. I think these are not to brag, but I think these are really good. Yeah, I've been really loving making them. And I try also to make faces that reflect how I'm feeling when I make them. So yeah, this is yesterday's self-portrait. And this is today's self-portrait, and I think today's self-portrait is really, really good. Yeah, so that's my self-portrait sketchbook. This is just a sheet of paper that I wipe my brush on and then I reuse it because it's a bit like canvas. It's a canvas sheet, and so the charcoal thing works like watercolors, so I can reactivate it with water and not waste it too much. And I still have loads of this sketchbook left. I cannot wait to use it all. I just watched some colored crayons on the back, and yeah, I cannot wait to see what I can do with this sketchbook in the months to come. The second sketchbook that I want to show you is this onion skin journal. You might have seen it on Sophie McPike's page, and listen. Ooh, listen to the crinkle. It's got really good crinkly paper, and I think for the past few months I've been a little bit blocked in it because it's such a beautiful sketchbook that sometimes I'm afraid of wasting it, like doing stuff that is ugly, but I've been trying to do more ugly things. So now this is my sketchbook where I make some preparation drawings for finished illustrations that I want to make, or where I just dump ideas. This, for example, is an idea for a quilt that I wanted to make. This is a rough sketch for an illustration that I wanted to make. I sketched those when I was in Poland with Verka, and these are swatches of crayons that Verka gave to me. This is Vincent, Verka's dog. I love him. And then I did some rough sketches when I wanted to make a portrait of Verka and Janek, her husband. I wanted to draw them as wizards. I did this sketch and I really love this sketch, and I'm really happy that I have it in my sketchbook because the finished illustration was really good. And then this is just a ballpoint pen portrait of Verka. Some rough sketches that I did of Hilda when I was on the phone with Verka, some little people when I was testing out my gold watercolor that I bought. This is a portrait of my best friend Emmy. Emmy, if you're watching, I love you so much. Another portrait. This is just, I'm trying to just have fun. This is from when I read the book Bookshops and Bone Dust. Loved it, and I tried to imagine what the main characters would look like. And this is a page of preparation drawings for an illustration and another illustration that you will see just after that, where I'm going to illustrate my best cinnamon rolls recipe for an upcoming thing, secret thing with Verka and Janek. I love it. The Verka and Janek are my friends from Poland. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with this sketchbook. I want to do more stuff like this, like just using this cheap graphite pencil from Cultura. I must have paid this, like, I don't know. It's just one of the cheapest thing you can find, and just doing some rough sketches and swatching paint, and that's it. Just as simple as that. I'm aiming towards that in the future. Yeah, that's the onion skin journal. This is my Stillman Burn sketchbook, and this is a nice enough sketchbook. It was 20 euros, I think, or maybe 25, quite expensive. And I am using it as a travel sketchbook from my travels when I went to London. So this is a Sophie McPike sticker. This is a Lee Alexan sticker. I'm on both their Patreons. And this is a sticker that I don't know where it comes from. Someone sent it to me in the mail. It had no name on it, so I don't know who the artist is who did that. But yeah, I am just sketching in it. I'm just sketching my travels in London. I will be going through it quite quickly because I think at some point I will share a video about my travels to London or about this sketchbook more in depth. I really love this page. It's a page I made about the Natural History Museum. Love it. I have to protect it because the graphite keeps coming off. Yeah, It's a sketchbook that I am having loads of fun making. I was really focused on it when I came back from London, and then I kind of forgot about it. What I really love is I'm doing underdrawings with a pencil from the brand Lyra. It's a color giant, and I had the color giant. I bought a few, and Lyra has another one. I think it's called a jumbo pencil, and it's a little bit thinner than a color giant, but these are cheap pencils made for kids. But I love the fluorescent pink, and I'm doing all my underdrawings with fluorescent pink from Lyra. And then I'm going over it with either water-soluble graphite, Tombow markers, or just plain watercolors, and I'm having loads of fun. Yeah, these are what the pages look like. I'm also using a Pilot G-Tech C4. It's quite an expensive pen, but it's a really, really fine gel pen. It's nice. And also I'm using all sorts of crap from my desk. But yeah, I think this is the last page that I worked on. I worked on it when I was doing a live with Verka, and I was a little bit distracted. But yeah, I still have some pages that I did the outlines in, but I have not colored them in. I will do them, I hope, in the near future. And then I just have post-it notes with what I should draw on the page. But I'm hoping to fill this sketchbook with drawings from London, from my adventures in London. And on the back of the sketchbook is a little sneak peek preview of my illustration for my cinnamon rolls recipe. Very good. I want to do more stuff like that, like just drawing little gnomes, little things, little magical things. There you go, end of sneak peek. And last but not least is this sketchbook. It's a Monali Sketchbook. It was about €7.50, I think. I bought it at Cultura. Really cheap sketchbook, really cheap paper. You might recognize this from my sketchbook challenge when I was doing Edward Hopper studies, and then I stopped because I had done them all from my book. You will be happy to know that I finally received my new Edward Hopper book. It was really an expensive book. I will do some more Edward Hopper studies in the future, I think. But yeah, I had not finished it during my sketchbook challenge because turns out I fell in love with this sketchbook, with how cheap the paper is. I think sometimes cheap paper is really good because this is cheap paper, but also it's quite sturdy, so you can use water-soluble things on it. I did my Peachtober in it, and then I did not finish it because I had a crazy hectic October month. I began doing it really a lot in advance. I really love this illustrations a lot. This one, I think, yeah, these two, I think, were the last ones I did. And then I want to buy another one of those when I finish this, and maybe a smaller one, but just to do sketches like these ones. So you might know that my sister, my bigger sister, she gives me books every month. She does kind of like a book subscription thing, but it's just my sister giving me things. So she gifts me a book every month that she has read and made her think of me. And then she writes me a little note, a little letter, and gives me tea and chocolate with it. So every month, to thank her for the book that I try to read in the month that she gifts it to me, I try to make her an illustration from my favorite moment from the book. So this is a page about the books Legends and Lattes and Bookshops and Bone Dust, and I've been trying to draw more just from memory without looking at any reference image, but just thinking up stuff while thinking back on things that I liked. So I've been really loving making more and more fantasy illustrations. I think I'm getting the hang of it quite, finding my technique, my style, and yeah, this is what I've been doing, trying to make unfinished illustrations because this is just a sketchbook, for crying out loud. So that's it, folks. That's what's been going on in my sketchbooks. I hope you enjoyed listening to me ramble as usual. I hope you are doing well. Please do talk to me in the comments about what you're working on. Are you drawing at all? Are you maybe knitting with the months getting colder? Are you maybe crocheting or sewing? Do you have any art projects that you're working on? I would love to know about them. I have been missing posting here on YouTube and connecting with you folks. Please do tell me how you've been doing. I would love to connect some more. If you're wondering what this beautiful thing is, it's a plate, a traditional Polish plate that I brought back from Poland. It's a Wrocławic plate. Werka, if you're watching, yes, I remember the name. I can remember Polish words now without even having to think of it. I remember how to say thank you. How do you say thank you again? Dziękuję! Yay! Yeah, I hope you're doing well. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. And please, please, please like, comment, save the video. You know, share it with a friend who loves art and who will love me. I'm sure I will love them too. Love you. Ta-ta!